Dennis DeVilba, 1610 AM, RadioCalistoga.com, and this is a great thing that we get to talk about today because we're with Joe Russo, Calistoga Fire Department. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. How about you, Dennis?
I am well, man. What is your rank right now? I don't want to give you the wrong rank. I don't want to demote you in any way. Where are you at as far as that goes right now?
That happens a lot, actually. Fire captain.
So you are a captain,
I am.
and we've been friends for a while now, and I'm proud to know you. I know you do a lot of great things for the community, and I know that the fire department does all kinds of great things for the community. And looking behind us here, I see tables and tables full of toys. Can you tell me about it?
Well, I mean, obviously, it goes without saying, this isn't all us. We just distribute it. So it's the community bringing us the toys, coordinating with the police department to get all the applications for the people that need the toys. So we have the best job. We give the toys out. That's the greatest thing. We have the police department finding out who needs it. We've got the community bringing them to us. So we have the funnest job at distributing them.
That's awesome. And now, exactly how are you going to go about distributing these toys?
So the way the process works is, let's see, on Monday we receive the applications. We've got 28 applications. And what we do is we take our application that says, how many kids there are in the family, their age group. And then we take it from the table, which is all separated according to girls on the far side, boys on the side, and also in the age groups. And then we just put them into these individual bags that Dan's taking a photo of right now. And then from there, on Sunday morning, they come to claim their gift basket.
So the families are actually going to come down here. You guys are going to get to see them, and you're going to get to put this stuff in their hands.
We are. One of the obstacles, I guess you could say, on our end is, so Sunday morning they're supposed to come and get the gift baskets. And there's like a cultural clash that goes on because sometimes what happens is they show up here to get the gifts, the toys, with their children, and a lot of the people that we're serving are Hispanic. So in their culture, to them that's normal. The kids come, they get the toys, and that's their enjoying Christmas. Well, a lot of the people here sometimes get frustrated because we want to see no kids show up. We want to see the parents take the toys, and we want to see the parents take them home. Christmas Eve, Santa came overnight. Now, Christmas morning under the tree.
You'd rather mom and dad be the focal point than the fire department, right?
Right, and it's almost been my job to bring the balance because I was married to a Hispanic girl for 8 years, so I understand the cultural difference. So a lot of the guys here sometimes get frustrated, and I'm always the one that's trying to tell them, don't be frustrated by that because they're still getting the toys, whether it's on the 23rd and they show up to the station with their parents, it's fine. Or whether it's like, some of us traditional here in the United States grew up with Christmas morning, waking up to Christmas, toys under the tree. So either way, the bottom line is the kids are having a great time. The kids are getting the toys that they need, whether it's the 23rd or the 25th, it doesn't matter. So that's been a struggle for us the last few years, but we've learned to accept that it's just, we're distributing to different cultures. Maybe we've got different ones.
Ultimately, the bottom line is we are Calistoga, and we're taking care of our own by doing this, aren't we?
We are, and it's all about the kids, and like I said, people that are, I almost see it year in year, it's growing more and more. More people are giving than we're actually having to give out, so the kids are well taken care of in this community.
When do you guys start planning for this? When do you start making it happen? When do you really start focusing on this and start gathering in the toys and looking for the donations and what have you? Because this doesn't happen overnight like Santa.
Right.
There's a lot of work involved in this.
Right. It takes about a month to do the whole process because logistically for the fire department, our annual fundraiser bingo is the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Right.
So this station is a madhouse leading up until that. So we usually clean up right around the day after bingo, like I said, the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and then this starts right away. We start preparing, we start bringing the toys out that we have left over from the year before, because that happens sometimes, and then people start bringing all these toys throughout the month of December.
Folks may not know, while we're sitting here talking about, the other fundraisers you do and all the things that the firefighters are doing here, exactly how many firefighters do we have here in Calistoga?
We have 15 firefighters. So there's 3 full-time, and there is, actually with the fire chief, there's 4 full-time and 12 part-time firefighters. Total of 16 personnel.
So you guys got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, you're not only doing these community service programs, but you're providing great fire protection. You're out on medicals, you're doing automobile accidents, you're doing hazmat, you're over helping out when there's some type of explosive, whatever it is, found wherever it may be found within the city limits. You know, you guys are really pretty busy for 15 guys.
We are. We annually run about average 4 or 5 calls a day. We can be cut off right now in the middle of our interview for a medical call. So we just need to be ready to go at all the time.
And you know, I understand that. You know, my partner Dan understands that because we got that background. But you know, folks just don't understand what it's like to go through that training and be that dedicated and have that level of preparedness all the time for anything that comes up. And you know, if you don't hear it enough from anybody else, let me tell you, as Radio Calistoga and on behalf of the folks, you know, pass it on down to the guys. We are so proud of you. We're so proud of the job that our firefighters do. So proud of the job that, you know, we get to sleep soundly in our beds at night because you guys are there, and we know that if something bad happens, we're going to look up and we're going to see engine 19 rolling down the road.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks, Dan. So you've been there, so you just got to turn it on at a moment's notice. You know,
Sure.
3 in the morning, dead asleep. That's the hardest part. But you just, when an emergency calls, when it's time, it's time.
You know, but none of this happens at the drop of a hat. I mean, there's a lot of preparation. There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, for the toy distribution, you guys have really built some relationships with the community, some credibility as far as that goes. Folks know that you're going to be there for them if times are hard. I just got done working with the Family Center and handing out the gift boxes that they do for the Holiday Assistance Program. And if somebody doesn't know it already, we need them to know that Calistoga is a giving town, and Calistoga is a town that cares about their people.
Definitely. And, along those lines, we don't stop short of the application. I mean, we get the applications in, but we get people coming all the time that say, for whatever reason, maybe something got rejected on our application, and, we just because the application process says that we don't qualify, but we know when people need help, so we're still there for people. So, by all means, if anybody still needs help, come to the fire department, we're going to hook them up.
For something like this, because, sometimes it's hard to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, you've been there, you're a dad, I'm a dad, we've had hard times in our families. And you try everything else that you possibly can to do it yourself, not be a burden on, whatever. If somebody really needs something for their kids, if they need some help with that, how do they get in touch with you right here, right now, today?
Well, they can come talk to any of the firefighters,
Okay.
so anybody can help them out. Some of the most rewarding feeling or that we've been able to help people out are people that come in for other people and say, I know this person, I know that they need help, so can you hook them up? And
Wow.
then we're able to do it, and they don't even know it's coming, because like you said, it's hard to ask for help sometimes. So a lot of times people will come in, and it's such a rewarding thing that you're able to provide something when they didn't even ask. But it takes neighbors, friends, people that know each other to know that. And if anybody finds themselves in a situation like that, come talk to any of the firefighters and I can make it happen.
You've been doing this for a few years, and I'm sure that the guys that come here, the young guns, come in, think that they're gonna, save the world and everything, and they get involved in stuff like this, and they find that they're doing it on an entirely different level. One citizen at a time, one family at a time. What's that like for you as a firefighter to actually be able to look somebody in the eye and make a difference in their day on a regular basis? What does that do for you?
Well, I mean, it's a great feeling, because you're right. When you do start, you think, okay, we'll go to emergencies and then we go back to the station, but it's not about that.
Code 3, baby.
No, it's about you're at the hardware store and you see people that, on the street that want to just ask you about their fire extinguisher, or somebody calls you and says they can't reach their smoke detector, can you come help them with it, and stuff like that. So it goes way beyond the emergencies. I mean, we're just happy to be there for people at any level of their need.
That's a great thing that you brought up about the fire extinguishers and such, because with this weather and everything going on, folks are spending a whole lot more time inside with the winter here. And if they have questions about anything like that, about their vents or about their carbon dioxide, any of that kind of stuff, can they contact the fire department for help with that?
Definitely. I mean, we try to keep our doors open all day. So it's an open door. Come by the station, talk to us. Even better, call us up and have us come over to your house, because a lot of times when we go to people's houses to visit them, it's in their time of need. It's a lot of times it's their worst time. I love it when people call up and say, "Hey, can you come over and help us with our smoke detector, or smoke detectors?" Love that, because then we're able to get interaction with people out in the community when it's not their time of need, and we're able to actually have great dialogue and just a friendly, "Hey, how's it going?" and let's fix your your smoke detector.
If you could tell folks right now, since we're talking about Christmas, about one thing that they could do for their Christmas tree to create a safer environment in their house, because I mean, 'tis the season and those things get involved on a regular basis and causing problems.
Right.
What's the one thing that you can think of that folks could do for their Christmas tree right now at Christmas time to make their house a safer place?
Well, it's pretty obvious. Keep it watered. That's the biggest one. Keep it watered. And then there's even a second one that seems to be a common cause is don't live. My girlfriend loves candles, and they're all over the place. And I'm always moving them and saying, keep them away from the Christmas tree. So keep candles away from the Christmas tree. Keep it watered. Those are the biggest ones.
These are evergreen trees. These are pine trees, firs, different varieties. The silver tips, all of that kind of stuff, and they're sappy. And you hit that thing with a heat source, and it goes up fast and gets away from you, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, you can have a fully involved room in less than a minute. I mean, way less than 30 seconds, fully involved. Smoke down to the floor, so it'll act as a candle for sure.
Absolutely.
It's my favorite day of the year, no doubt. So,
all right, man. Well, I got the Santa hat, and I'll be happy to come down and help out if I can, because this is a great thing. Joe, tell the guys, thank you so much for everything that they do on a daily basis. From Steve Campbell right on down. Chris Brenner, I know you, Brandon Richardson. Now, I can name off a half a dozen guys that we know that are part of our community that come in here, put on the boots, put on the turnouts, jump on the truck, strap up, throw on the breathing apparatus, and they walk into literally fire on a regular basis on our behalf. And knowing that they're out there taking care of us, I know you guys. You guys are great. You're trained. You're able. You're on the task, and I appreciate it so much. And I'm just pass that on to them, would you? Let them know, because it's important. Because it's nice for somebody to see you when you're not rolling on an emergency, when they can talk to you, look you in the eye, shake your hand, and just tell you thank you for being there.
Yeah, I'll definitely pass on. I appreciate that. But I mean, like I said, there's no politics. This is the most sincere that I can be. It's community support. We get so much support in the community. It makes our lives so much easier. And I mean, look at the toys. I mean, we're already done stuffing our baskets. We have this much left over. So without the community support, we just couldn't do it. And that's sincere. That's not talking politics. That's not trying to brown nose anybody.
Sure.
That's as sincere as it gets. So without everybody supporting everybody, that's what makes this whole thing roll.
Well, those of us that go into emergency services like this, we end up there because that's who we are. And if folks realize that and support that, what a great life that is.
It is. Sometimes it's very rare, but sometimes I struggle with it. Some of the sad things that we see out there and stuff like that. But 99% of the time, it's the greatest job in the world. But that 1%, that it can be tough, and it's usually at somebody else's expense. But it can be hard sometimes. But we just keep doing it. Keep doing what we do.
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
Yep.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for being Santa, all these families, and I know for a fact that there's going to be some excited kids and some moms and dads that are going to be thanking God for you guys and the good work that you do. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Dennis, and thanks, Dan, for being here.
All right.
See you guys soon.
So Merry Christmas to you.
See you Sunday. We'll have coffee on for you.
I'll be here to pick up on some of that, brother.
All right.
Merry Christmas to you. 16:10 a.m. RadioCalistoga.com.